Hello again, guys. Welcome back. Well, uh, I actually thought I would be returning a bit earlier, and when I say I'd be going for a pause, but eventually, life happens, and I had to sort out a few things. Uh, I would say it eventually became a semi-office day, and I had to sort out a few problems. Hopefully, I think one of those problems has been sorted and a few phone calls as well. It is what it is. And of course, now disgusting noise outside. Well, also, by the way, I took the opportunity to upload the previous session because there were two Smurfs detected, and I would not just let them go away. We actually fought like four games. Two of them were like normal players, or at least the first. I have no grounds to suspect he could be, but it could be Smurf. But two were blatant Smurfs. Two were very obvious and blatant Smurfs. And obviously, when I see like big Smurfs, I snatch them in and report. And obviously, I also put the videos out there so that it's not just in a drawer for everybody. It's not just in a drawer for me and the reporters to see and nobody else. Like when other people can see it, it's public and it's good. I never like hidden evidence because when you start to hide things, that's when uh, people start to mistrust, and that's why I publish. When I see situations that I feel like it's blatant cheating, and I explained it in videos why smurfing is not a semi or small form of cheating, but it is a major form of cheating. It is a form of match fixing, and that completely rigs the game. It disrupts the game balance, and it's just a way to match fix the games. It's like you enter in a casino, and before you start playing the game, you have been determined as loser. And yeah, so not that doesn't mean we lose all of the times against Smurfs, but what normally should happen is that we are bound to lose most of the times, if not all the times. This is the reality, for people who play this game. And if you're not like a super pro, you can expect to find a lot of Smurf accounts, especially like at least I fight them in my kinds of deals. The game is good, but the problem is, some people like to trash other people's games. Now, like with all things, sometimes you can win your opponent because you got some skills, but if the opponent has every skill and beyond, if, for example, you have like let's say in a mountain kind of perspective, you're 2,500 meters and opponent is 7,000 meters, you have no chance, right? And it's a bit what happens with smurfing. It's always somebody who stampedes you, normally most of the times. That doesn't mean you should not fight, but you have to realize that the dude on the other side, he doesn't give a shit about you. He doesn't give a shit about this game. He just uses you as a stampeding tool. And that's when fair play stops and when fair gaming stops, and you should actually, first you quit that game, you report to the guy. If you can beat him, you beat him, but if you cannot, you just leave the game and you report the little scoundrel. It's like I keep saying this. There are those who say, "Oh yeah, it's just a game, it's just a game." Dude, if you behave in life with that kind of unseriousness in everything is a game, in let's go like let's try to do something stupid and then say no, it's just a game, I'm just joking. If you do something stupid, it's stupid, it's bad, and then you say you're joking, not only you're not fucking joking, you're a fucking walking joke. And it's kind of bad because people are always seeing it, judging whatever you do. And I do also a bit of just talking, although like I come here and play. that I also like to chat uh, within what's possible, and I kind of like feel up for it. You definitely see like the game platform and all those things, but you're very mistaken if you think that the aim of my stream is just to put on the game and play, play, play. This is not a 5-year-old toddler stream, so I'm sorry if that's not what you expected, and it won't be, I guess. First, because I'm not 5 years old, obviously, and second, because I really don't care. I really don't care about that. Uh, it's true that I come here to game, that I usually like to play this game, but I also keep saying that there are people who just they play this game without any respect. They don't respect the people, they don't respect the community, and I'm talking about the people who dislike me. Fuck them because they're shit. I'm talking about the people who come to play this game as a means to bully and stampede players with much lesser experience. Uh, there's like a matchmaking system, and you're supposed to fight people with your similar skill levels. The problem is when high experienced players abuse their skills and they decide to create a multitude of new accounts on different uh, skill levels, and particularly on the lower skill levels, not to just try and play with their friends, not at all. It's always about lies. It's because they want to stampede, bully, and harass players who have neither the skills, neither the time, or both, or they just want to come and harass others. And they see this game as a platform to harass others, just like a kid who would try to harass others in school, and like the bully will try to harass others until he's called out. And that's exactly why I stand against this smurfing practice. I don't think it's funny. I think it's low level, man. It's just low level. Like play among your skills. Play if you want to play with if you want to show you're very skilled, like there's unranked. You can go here, like you go to return main menu. You go here. Like if you want to play with any other profile, you go uh, multiplayer, find custom game, and here in this unranked lobby, it's all free, all come. Right? I'm not going to judge your rank if you come here. This is legitimate. I mean, you can use any old Tigo account here. It's free come, free serve, right? There's no restriction. Well, unless you see other lobbies, and that's the only kind of restriction you can expect. But if you come here, multiplayer and ranked, if you decide to queue here, especially for the 1v1s, using Smurf accounts to stampede people with much lesser skills. I'm not even talking about me. Of course, you can try to do it with me, but it never works the whole time. It's me, that sometimes I can win against Smurfs. I'm talking about players who have much, much less capacity, experience, and/or skills. These kinds of players, like if you come here to harass these kinds of players, and obviously you'll be matchmaked with me, I'll bust you. I'll bust your fucking ass, and I will make you in full pain. Like, first I'll make you feel bad about it. I'll make you feel bad about smurfing if you don't give a shit. I'll still make you feel bad. I have tons of ways to make your life feel horrible. Because you're just abusing. You're a piece of shit if you decide to come here and smurf on, for example, dudes who are 700, 500, or others. And I think it's just shitty. It's a shitty level. Like, uh, if you cannot beat the man in your league, you decide to beat babies, right? What a man. Not. And it's one of the reasons I fight smurfing. So today I've already, it's being uploaded currently because I have my real life stuff, and I'm uploading like at least two. In those two games, they were smurfs. You obviously know the results every time you fight one of those smurfs. Like it's not even necessary to say, but I report them in game, and I also put the videos out there so that you can see them and understand that they were smurfing. In particular, there was a Smurf today in one of the games who was also visible by APMs. He was visible in game, I found him that, but he also had much higher APMs than me. I usually have a reasonable number of APMs, but when I see somebody who's like out doing anything, the shit out of me, and you still manage to get stronger APMs, normally I see Smurfs that don't have higher APMs, but if they do get much higher APMs, and I feel like, well, yeah, that's a sure confirmation. You'll see that in the video because I've been looking at those statistics as well, and I think it's look good to look at these statistics with a grain of salt, which means like just because you see a number, that doesn't mean the number is sacrosanct. You need to reflect upon the number, and you need to know if it is credible. You need to contextualize, because saying one number doesn't say anything. Oh, your APM is 67. Oh, the other's APM is 65. How can you say it? You have to make a full broad analysis of the game. And naturally, uh, you cannot give that kind of analysis to people who, first, one, are not being honest, or two, have multiple accounts and continue to defend the indefensible that is smurfing. It's indefensible. It's morally repulsive. It's the worst kind of things. It's like an abomination. It's cheating. It's cheating. So if you decide to do cheating, or even if your neighbor is doing that, that doesn't mean that you should do it. Uh, you have to use your head, and if you think that you can use your head in the ways that are convenient to you, well, you also have to think if that's the right thing. Probably not. Anyway, let's do some of these 1v1s, and we'll see what kind of things we get. If normal opponents or if Smurf accounts, we'll see. There's always like some sort of thing. Uh, and I tell you, there are many components for a game to be like maximum bullied. It's one thing if you're playing against a Smurf, but if you're playing with a Smurf and the Smurf gets a civ that completely counters yours, or it's a counter civ, no matter what you do, there are civ wins. And if the map is also against you, it's like you have three enemies against you. So when you're fighting a Smurf, try also to consider these aspects, because they can make what is a rigged match hyper rigged, even more rigged. And you should not take that game as normal. And when you see like if you feel like your opponent is cheating, it's because he is. It's because he is. Now you might say, yeah, I think he's cheating, and no, and another person says, no, I don't think he's not cheating. Like use your sense, use your experience in game, and when you see like the disparity between players, like some players who just are completely chill, and others who are crazy aggressive, and that's how you spot the Smurfs. There is a huge inconsistency. You have like players who are extremely naughty, extremely aggressive, and it just doesn't make sense. Like it's like you're fighting one of the top players in their leagues. The elo actually doesn't mean anything, and that's when match fixing takes place. Because most of these players, some just play because they want to practice, but others play because they want to stampede you. They don't want you to rise, so they go for your games. They try to put you down. Either because they like to put you down, or they see rank as a means to attack you, or because they think that, yeah, they can hit you. As for me, I'm not here necessarily for elo points. I'm here, I would be here to play games normally, but while the Smurfageddon is kind of like allowed, I'm kind of like vigilant. So to each his own. Some people have an opinion that there are no Smurf accounts. Others believe that yes, there are. And there are others who even think that Smurf accounts exist, but it's like one for 10 billion players, right? But they're clowns. Personally, I think that Smurfs, they tend to be the majority. The majority of players you will find in the queue, especially on the lower kinds of things. That doesn't mean I stop playing this game. It's just that I approach it with a much kind of different energy. And I assure you, if we would have like an anti-smurf detection system in place. And by anti-smurf detection, I don't just mean bans in 3 to 3 months or 6 to 6 months or 6 years, please. Why not 50? Uh, we have like a system that constantly monitors and tracks people who abuse the ranking system. Just like sportsmen, the sportsmen that abuse the system, that cheat the rules. Like I was watching a football match a few hours ago. Yeah, wonderful. Um, and there are certain rules. Like if players they disrespect those rules, they get penalties, right? And the same needs to happen on esports. Like the players who infringe, who cheat, either because I also referred the case of what if players are, decided to dope themselves using doping substances. Like I don't say the Red Bulls and all those things, but you know, there are like certain things where you're placing yourself ahead of your competitors. And it is a concern because it just makes the game dirty. The fair play is the base and essence for every sport to function. You need not just rules, enforceable rules, but you need to agree on a set of common principles where people are just, they have to play within that. Otherwise, it just doesn't make any sense. If it's the Wild West, if it's Wild Wild West, well, I guess everybody will just be violent towards each other and you won't have any game, right? That's not what we want. It's totally feasible, of course, but it's not what we want. Anyway, I'm rambling here with my thoughts, and I actually like to ramble because, the more they say that the more you discuss of something, the more you learn of it. And one of the things that, it kind of puzzles it's the ease in which smurfing is allowed in certain games compared to others. In others, you have like strict requirements, you have um measures and all those systems that detect smurfs, that try to find smurf evaders and people just trying to make smurfs or other smurf accounts, and they are constantly monitored. But unfortunately, in other games, that still doesn't happen. Still, I don't say it doesn't, I say it still doesn't happen. And it's one of the things that I've been constantly pushing until that moment doesn't come in this game. You will not see me spend a dime. And even if that moment comes, that doesn't mean I start spending a dime because, if you spend like 100, if you spend like a few years not doing anything about that, now you're going to suddenly start smiling. I wouldn't believe you much yet. So we take this approach very much casually and I guess not with the kind of energy that we could put in, right? Anyway, this is a chat, and let's play some of these games. I could also be banning this, you know, leave this, but because as for mega random, uh, if the maps become too open, that becomes also a problem. But I also can do this. I will leave this map in particular this time. So we're going to play with Mayas again, and let's just see how this goes for a while at least. Then I'll call it off, and we'll see if tomorrow um, I'm able to come. I usually will not come very early, but I tell you, it would make the difference. It would make the difference so much if people would just be able to, uh, you know, play and know that most of their opponents are not Smurfs. That would definitely bring more people to the game. Instead of having the same 200 or 500 players fighting against each other using 5,000 different accounts, you would get new people playing the game. And that's what matters. Check one thing. So there we go. We got Arabia map. And fortunately, it still is not working. Yeah, probably it's not working. I don't know. I was trying here some other tool as well. Forget about that. It's beyond my realm and capacity. We're fighting Aztecs this time. So if we're fighting Aztecs, we can expect eagles as well. The map is Arabia. And there we go, starting with this game. As usual, any other topic, really too related or not, we generally kind of talk about that as well. Still not finding where are those buffaloes? I was lucky with that, could have been worse. Sometimes I play with a lot of luck. Got 3 on that. It's fine. Oh, there's the buffalo. We're not finding the other, but at least we have one. Holy shit. Holy shit. Am I going to kill it? Of course. Fucking idiots. We're playing against a troll, man. Fucking idiots. It's kind of toxic to do that. I'm already losing respect for the opponent because, like, you're already stealing my food early on, and you call yourself a fair gamer? Fuck you. He stole my buffaloes, man. Fucking clown. Like, I'm not supposed to find my buffalo straight away. I never got housed, I know that, but I don't have the things I like. So I found him. It's not even touching the berries, which is sus. He's going fast, in my opinion. You're going to do that? I'm going to do something else. And I'm going to trap you. Fucking idiots. You know what I'll do?
Atuts. Ashak. Shot it. Justin Ban. Justin Ban. Ashike. Ashike. Tabish. Kasamash. Ashak. Atuts. Ashak. Shot it. Ashak.
This guy is a clown, man. He's clowning me.
Atuts. Ashak. Shot it. Keri. Ashak. Tabish. Justin Ban. Ashak. Tabish. Shot it. Kasamash. Ashi. Ashak. Ashike. Ashak. Ashak. Tabish.
Shade. Justin Ban. Ashke.
Ashike. Justin Ban. Atuska. Keri. Ashike. Ashak.
Keep making archers. Let's attack.
Justin Ban.
Tabish. Ashke. Justin Ban. Ashke. Ashike.
Tabish. Justin Ban.
Tabish.
I feel the opponent is clowning me.
Justin Ban.
Basically, just a troll.
Shot it. Justin Ban. Ashike. Justin Ban. Tabish. Justin Ban. Ashak. Tabish. Justin Ban.
Shade. Ashke.
Atut. Shot it. Justin Ban.
Ooh,
Ashike.
going for the market, huh?
Kokaya. Justin Ban. Kayashe. Justin Ban. Kokaya. Utska. Kayashe. Justin Ban. Kokaya. Justin Ban. Kayashe. Justin Ban. Utska.
Get lost.
Justin Ban. Kokaya. Utska. Justin Ban. Utska.
You go for that. I go for your gold.
Justin Ban. Utska.
I'm going for your gold, buddy.
Tabish. Justin Ban. Justin Ban. Kayashe. Justin Ban. Kokaya. Utska. Kayashe. Justin Ban. Kokaya. Justin Ban.
Take that. You like to lose vills, right?
Justin Ban.
Now you're going to like to lose farms as well.
Kokaya. Kayashe. Justin Ban. Kokaya. Justin Ban. Kayashe. Justin Ban.
Haha, you didn't like that, right? And you'll like it even less here. That hurts, right? Get lost. That's a lot of vills lost, buddy.
Ashike. Ashke. Tabish. Ashike. Ashke. Shade.
Ashi. Ashi. Ashak. Shade. Ashak. Ashike. Ashak. Tabish. Ashike. Ashak. Shade. Justin Ban. Ashike. Utska. Ashike. Ashike. Justin Ban. Utska. Justin Ban.
Let's finish this guy here.
Kokaya. Utska. Kayashe. Justin Ban. Kokaya. Utska.
I can micro that perfectly, great.
Justin Ban. Ashi.
Even I have limits.
Tabish. Ashi. Ashi. Atu. Ashi. Shade. Ashike. Ashi.
I killed a significant number of vills, but they have the things they have.
Justin Ban.
Shade. Justin Ban.
Let's go with this kind of army. We'll go feudal.
Tabish. Ashike. Utska. Samash. Ashike. Tabish. Utska. Kayashe. Ashike.
Ah!
Justin Ban. Utska. Ashike.
Now we're going to need eagles, which is a problem.
Tabish. Justin Ban.
He's using skirms. You have to use eagles.
Ashike. Justin Ban. Kayashe. Shade. Justin Ban. Tabish. Justin Ban. Ashak. Ashike. Shade. Tabish. Kayashe. Ashike. Kokaya. Shade. Tabish. Atuts. Ashike. Justin Ban. Justin Ban. Tabish. Shade. Tabish. Ashike. Shade. Ashike. Shade. Kaya. Tabish. Kaya. Shade. Shastimban. Kaya. Kaya. Tabish. Shastimban. Ashike. Shastimban. Ashak.
Ashike. Ashse.
Shade. Shatska. Ashak. Shade. Utska. Atut. Shastimban. Tabish. Shastimban. Ashike. Tabish. Shade. Utska.
Beautiful feudal engagement, but he's up first. I think this game is over. Something tells me that this guy here is smurfing. Damn it. I think this guy is smurfing. A lot of egos. And I don't have the ego to fight this. I think this guy's a smurf. I think this guy's a smurf because you already have a huge army amassed. You're not even responding. I guarantee it's a smurf account. So I'll tell you, you're a smurf. Oh yes, you're a smurf. And siege, of course. Smurf. You got too big of an army, too perfect of a plan. You're a smurf account. Support it. Smurf cheetah. It's a smurf account because you're already using this. Again, just a troll who doesn't give a shit about this game. He doesn't give a shit about the game. The purpose of the guy here is just to troll as fast as possible and as high as possible. Why? Because he's a loser. Now you have a mangonel, you force me to make a mangonel, which I will make eventually. Obviously I'm forced to do this. Two mangonels, why not 45 mangonels? Until I get 4 mangonels, you'll get 16 mangonels, right? Who's the bully? Look at the score difference. I'm being trolled in this game. I'm fighting a Smurf account.
Shade. Kerin. Utka.
Ashike. Shot. Tabish.
Ashtimban. Keri. Ashike.
Shot.
Keri.
Ashike.
Ashike.
Shot.
Keri.
Tabish. Kayashe.
Q.
Ashike.
Utka.
Tabish. Shastimban. Shot. Shastimban. Kokayashe. Shot. Shot. Kokayashe. Ashike. Kokayashe. Tabish. Shot. Kokaya. Ashike. Shastimban. Shot.
Tabi. Koshonen.
Tabish. Kayashe.
Of course.
Shot.
Ashike. Atut. Kasam.
Mangonel Wars. How can I even think about that?
Shot it. Tabish.
Ashikeri.
Ashike.
Ashimban.
Shot it.
Keri.
Ashike.
Ashtimban.
Tabish. Kokaya. Shot it.
Ashte.
Ashike.
Keri. Ashtimban.
Tabish.
Ashike. Keri. Ashike.
Shot it.
Tabish.
Ashike. Shot it. Kayashe. Tabish. Shot it. Shastimban. Atut. Molonel. Asha. Ashike. Tabish.
Getting two relics at the same time. Fucking clown.
Shastimban. Asha. Asha. Asha.
Shade. Atut.
Tabisha. Asha.
Ashike. Atut. Shade.
Ashike.
Tabish.
Kayashe.
Ashike.
Kokayashe.
I know that.
Asha. Atu. Tabish. Shastimban. Gerika.
Atut.
Shastimban. Asha.
Shade.
Ashika.
Ashike.
Shot it.
Tabish.
Shastimban. Asha. Kokaya. Tabish. Gerika. Molonel. Ashike.
Ashike.
Atuka. Shastimban. Asha. Ashike. Kasama. Shastimban. Tabish.
What a Smurf. What a scum, man.
Shade. Ashike. Ashtimban.
I'm playing against a Smurf account.
Shastimban.
Score is ridiculous.
Ashike. Geri. Asha. Shastimban.
Atut.
Asha.
Tabish.
Tabish. Atut.
Ashte.
Ashike.
Ashte.
Tabish. Asha.
Atut. Ashte. Shade.
Atut. Shastimban. Ashike. Ashike. Tabish. Asha. Shastimban. Asha. Tabish. Asha. Atut. Asha. Asha.
Ashike.
After all the vills I killed, this guy is just... It doesn't matter, right? He's smurfing the heck out of me. So what should I do? Ban Arabia? It's a possibility.
Shastimban. Asha.
Shade. Utka. Ashte. Ashike. Ashte.
Should I go all in? But these Aztecs.
Kasamash. Asha. Shot. Tabish.
Tabish. Ashke. Ashike. Ashte.
Asha.
Atut. Ashike.
Shastimban.
Shade. Ashte.
So I should force
Ashte.
a non-range range engagement.
Shot.
Ashike. Ashtimban. Ashte. Tabish. Ashikeri. Ashike. Ashti. Ashike. Ashti.
Atut.
Keri.
Ashi. Ashike.
Ashi.
Kasamash. Tabish. Shastimban. Shastimban. Tabish.
Shastimban.
Kasamash. Ashike.
Ashi.
Atut. Kasamash. Ashike.
Share.
Ashike.
Keri.
Ashike.
Ashak.
Tabish. Shad.
Of course, your impact 39 minutes after this massive steamroll.
Tabish.
Ashi.
Keri.
Shastimban.
Let's report the Smurfs come back. "100% Smurf account. That's the first piece of shit detected today.
Tabish. Kasamash.
Shade. Koshonel. Tabish. Ashsea.
Atut. Koshone.
Koshonel.
And I know what he's going to come up with. You know, I'm not that magician, I know.
Ashike.
I know he's coming to go with the steamroll of shit.
Kayashe.
Tabish. Ashike. Koshonel.
And of course, trap, 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 as fast as possible, because you have to go as fast as possible. As fast as possible.
Shade.
Atut.
Keri. Shastimban.
A clown at this elo doing this.
Atut.
Tabish. Kasamash.
Keri.
Fucking idiots.
Tabish. Ashike.
Let's get a Bloom Archer. Oh wait, what Bloom Archer exactly? We can't.
Ashike.
Shastimban.
We can't do shit because we're being smurfed. What a surprise. Are you surprised? I don't think we should be surprised. Do we have time to make university, ballistics, and all these things? No, we don't, because we're smurfed.
Shade. Ashsea. 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 Ashike. Ashsea. Ashsea. Tabish. Ashsea. Ashsea. Koshonel. Ashsea. Ashsea. Ashsea.
You have to ram.
Shastimban. Ashsea. Ashike. Shade. Ashike. Ashsea. Keri. Ashsea. Ashsea. Atut. Shastimban. Keri. Shastimban. Ashsea. Ashsea. Tabish. Ashike.
Crazy this game. I can't do anything.
Tabish.
Like I'm being massively choked.
Ashak. Share. Ashak. Ashak.
You know what? I think this guy played against me before, using another Smurf account.
Atut.
Ashsea. Ashsea.
Ashike.
Ashak.
Ashike.
Tabish. Koshone. Ashak. Ashak.
Tabish.
Atut. Ashak.
Tabish. Shastimban. Ashike. Atut. Kasama. Ashike. Keri. Ashsea. Ashsea.
Tabish. Shastimban.
Ashike.
Share. Tabish.
Atut.
Shastimban.
Fucking clown.
Shade. Utka. Tabish. Shastimban. Ashti.
Share. Ashak.
Shade. Ashike. Kasama. Kasama.
Shad. Ashike. Shastimban. Shad.
Keri. Ashak.
I'm not sure I'll have any time. I don't have any time at all.
Atut.
Shastimban. Ashsea.
Tabish. Koshone. Ashiri. Ashak. Ashak.
Shad.
Share. Shastimban.
Shit. Notice this.
Ashak. Koshone.
Ashike. Utska. Shastimban.
Tabish. Ashsea. Atut. Ashike.
Ashike. Ashak.
Shade. Ashsea.
No time to react.
Coglione.
Just
Ascia.
Ashike.
Casamac. Ascia.
Atu.
Chieri.
Ashike.
Ascia.
using those.
Tabish.
Ashsea. Ashsea.
Atuska.
Ascia.
Tabish. Gokaya. Ashike. Kayashe.
It's just a Smurf troll, man.
Ashike.
Let's see. This is a Smurf account. Fucking. Let's report an in game. And a big one. And a big one. You don't think it is? That's because you're a scumbag. If you're a Smurf account, you know what you're doing. So what do we do with Smurf accounts? We report them and we also make a video about them, right? We hunt scumbags. We hunt scumbags, I tell you. So first thing, AOE2 insights. The Smurfs are killing the game, but you don't give a shit, right? You don't give a shit. You don't give a shit because it's not your game, right? You give a shit. You just give a shit that I'm being shitted upon. That's the only part you give. The rest you don't. Too bad for you. It's an American Smurf account, and he's a scumbag. So, first scumbag detected. I know a Smurf when I see one. This was a big Smurf. Apparently, the United States has a good tradition of not giving a fuck about Smurf accounts. Fucking degenerate countries. Excuse me, it's degenerate country, you get yourself Smurfs. Fucking degenerates. And you're subjected to scrutiny, you know? So whoever was paying on this scumbag, because I guess this guy was paid. It's a Smurf account. I don't even dialogue with the scum. I saw that he was a Smurf account. 3 times the accountant. Well, that's obviously a Smurf account. When you have all these awards, I assure you, it's not because it happens. It's because you want. This guy's a Smurf account. You play too good, too quick, too fast, too rapid, too anything. And I bet there's hundreds of them. Hundreds. That sounds like an easy name. Oh, immediately he went offline. As soon as he defeated me, he proceeded to go offline. So I will still say Smurf troll account. These are the players who should be banned from the game. You abused the ranking system. You would abuse against me because I was against you, but you would abuse against anybody. So what are you going to do now? Are you going to use another clown account? Another $5 account? Because I just banned you. I just banned you on the system. You did not see that, but I banned it. This Santi guy, whoever was playing it, you're a piece of shit. Because you're clowning on an elo that you should not be. And you normalize that. Well, guess what? It's not normalizable and you're cheating. And if you're cheating, you should be banned. Some people don't like logic, right? They I don't think they don't pay bills. I don't know. What he's doing is wrong. Don't be like the scumbag who played the previous game. And I'm here to detect them. You know, if the game is unplayable, I ult F4. You want to bet that the same player is just using another account this time? Because I bet it is. I bet it's the same guy.
Atut,
Asha.
tabish, ashsea.
Shot it. Utska.
Ashike, tabish, molonel. Shade,
Molonel.
I believe that players who just play to inflict forced losses upon others should also be banned from the game. You know, you want to match fix the ranking system so that only your pals go up, or people you want to rise go up, you know, pay to win, because there's also these kinds of accounts. People who actively promote the pay to win solution, which is, oh no, I'm going to play as hard as possible, but in order for you to win, you need to pay me. Fucking losers. I'm not going to pay a dime.
shade, molonel.
I'm going to report every match fixer I find in any game, irrespective of you.
Ashike,
Like, earn your sense honestly or actually get lost.
tabish,
I'm watching, you know, I'm watching every single game that I see is being polluted by Smurf accounts.
atut,
Just because of the previous scumbag, there will be a Smurfy about this particular session as well. The more Smurf shittery you give me, the more Smurfs I'll throw to the net.
ashike,
Because you're pieces of shit. You're human degenerates. You're nothing. You're just clowns, you know? Shit.
ashsea.
You're human cancers.
Shade,
And players who have been smurfed agree with that.
tabish, keri, utska, keri, ashti.
Score already starts to be a bit significantly high, so I'm inclined to believe he's smurfing.
Ashike, molonel.
Tabish. Shastimban.
You see, when you see a smurf in a game, it means that there are other smurfs queuing.
Atut, tabish,
I don't believe that, oh no, smurfs in a rare instance, and you just got unlucky, no.
Shastimban. Atuts. Ashka. Keri. Shastimban. Keri. Canunel. Canunel. Ashi. Keri. Ashi.
shade, canunel. Tabish,
We got problems here.
atut, canunel. Jastimban. Ashti.
Atut. Ashi. Keri. Ashike.
Ashike,
Very aggressive.
atut, molonel.
Molonel.
I find it very surprising that this dude is already in my base. Very surprising that you go straight away from my base as soon as possible.
Shade, molonel.
90% chance this guy is a Smurf account. 90%, just 90%.
No.
Ashike, atut, utska, ashsea.
Tabish. Kasamash.
I don't have to tell him why. I just think he is.
Tabish,
First the name. Oops. Well, unlucky.
ashike, ashsea. Shade, atut, keri, canunel.
I too can lose my scout, you know? It's not because I'm stupid, it's because I'm unlucky.
Ashike, keri, ashike, timban, utka. Ashike, keri, kanunel, shade, kanunel, ashike, utka, ashike.
I'm starting to believe he's a smurf because he's giving too many excuses. Don't believe you.
Ashike.
Ashkeri, atut, molonel. Ashse,
Atut.
ashse.
I think he's lying. Yeah, he's a smurf. Neither do I. He says that you don't care. Like you're trying to self-justify yourself after a while, and for me it's like, yeah, you're a smurf account.
Ashike.
Timban, molonel. Molonel.
Probably same smurf than before. Report it. Enjoy 5 USD loss. That's the cost of buying a standard account, and obviously
Shade, ashike.
Tabish.
I'm more here concerned about the fairness than the elo system, because I'm not going to get any fair match.
Shade. Ashak.
He's going to come with a scout rush,
Ashike, atut,
and I'm going to deny him pleasure of giving scout rush.
Ashak. Ashak.
shade, ashike. Tabish, ashike, ashike.
Ashike.
Shade, ashse. Ashike,
I knew he was smurfing.
tabish, timban, keri.
He says, don't care.
Tabish. Molonel.
Atut, ashike, keri, molonel.
First, you take like ages to justify.
Timban, utka, timban, utka, sheri.
Let's leave. I'm not going to even talk about this dude. He's smurfing, and this is a smurf account. Second, scumbag detected. The more you give me, the more smurf scumbags I will detect. And you don't understand. I will not stop. I will only stop once they get fully banned from this game. You probably don't understand, right? You don't have your chicken mentality cannot understand that I'm going to hunt each of these smurf accounts. I know the players, the aggressiveness, and the extreme kinds of things they display. And if the communication sounds hollow, yes, it's a Smurf account. And yes, he plays Teutons. Like, I don't even stay for the game, guys. I just immediately report them. And it's a Mexico Smurf account. Another dishonest player in the community. You can look at him here, the owner of this account. So the next time you see uh, a big Mexican player high in high elo, you should ask him if he's smurfing, and if he doesn't answer or doesn't provide conclusive answer, he probably takes the joy out of smurfing on people who are much lower skilled than him. Now I know there are 2.5 or 2.6K accounts in this country, so it can be any of these accounts, or just an IP spoofer, which makes it even worse. And just look at him. I was right. You're a one-trick pony, right? You just play Teutons. 4,000 games with Teutons. Smurf account. And all these awards, Smurf account. Micro Machine 5 times achieved. How many times do you get Micro Machine 5 times? How many times? 3.2% of players get this, so it's not on the 90% of players. And you say that on 1000 ELO you got 90% of players. Wrong! Wrong, because this guy is Smurf. Cheater. Second cheater found. And you see the moral degeneracy of these clowns. He said he didn't care. For me, that was like the answer I needed. And you think that I was going to stand for the game? No, I'm just queuing to find them, bust them, and report them. That's what I do. You see, there's the game ID, there's all these things. The people here who are using these accounts are illegitimate. They're abusing. They're abusing the system. And he only plays Arabia. Incredible. An Arabia player. Well, I guess I'll just have to ban Arabia because you just get these one-trick ponies in this map. It's amazing. Arabia and arena maps are played with Smurfs. So this is just a Smurf account, another one. Well, correction. The name of the game is the name of the gamer is a bit different. That's the correction. When I see a game that is a handle that sounds a clown, it is a clown. And if it is a clown, I will report the clown. Two games, two Smurfs. Fuck them. You're the reason people are not playing this game. Now you might say, then if you're playing against Smurfs, why are you still playing this game? No, I'm here to bust them. I'm here to bust these accounts, dude. So I'm going to find out other kinds of Smurf accounts. And obviously we're going to ban this because it seems that Arabia and Arena are played with Smurfs lately. They can come in other maps as well. Wait, we forgot one thing. We need to ban him here. Player search. The Smurf dude. It's not even a Smurf, it's a Smurf troll account. You know exactly what a troll is. It's somebody who just he says lies, shit, and he's just on the internet uh, to shit on others. I might edit my videos as well. You'll see. Piece of shit. Piece of shit, this guy. This infrahuman scumbag. And remember that we already detected two Smurfs earlier, so adding 2 plus 2, because we are now finding 2 plus this time, that's already 4 accounts. 4 Smurf accounts in 4 games. It's huge. Now you want to normalize that, feel free to go on that. But I assure you, it's not a good sign for the game. Maybe your main concern is just to see if I'm being smurfed or not. It's not if these smurf accounts are banned. Well, in that case, we are thinking on different wavelengths. Sure, if we already have a game or not. Oh, we do. A game? No. We have an instance. I'll see if it is a game or not. Because most of the times we just get cheaters. Smurf accounts. Trolls.
Ashsea. Ashike. Ashsea.
Ashike. Utska. Sha. Utsastimban. Sha. Utska. Utsastimban.
You see, if I'm playing against somebody who is deliberately smurfing, and worse, using just a sieve to smurf specifically,
Shade.
you're out. I ban you and you're out.
Ashike. Molonel.
And I advise to, obviously, the people who play this game in good faith to obviously also report these two previous accounts, because they're obviously abusing the ranking system. They're clowning, they're not playing with purpose, they're just playing to steamroll and to humiliate others. They're not playing to challenge their game, they're playing to just steamroll. That's it. They're match fixing the games. And I keep saying toxic people are cheaters. Cheaters are toxic. Cheaters are toxic. And if you need to label the people that are cheaters, and if you need to label the people that denounce cheaters as toxic, you're the most toxic shit. Because a cheater is a cheater. You cannot justify it. Trying to justify the unjustifiable is an aberration in itself. Because you might not think, but everything that happens like in this screen, like I judge everything that takes place here. Like if I see an account that I know is a deliberate smurf account, and like you say, no, it's not a smurf, right? It's not. Well, get ready to witness what happens to smurfs or smurf account defenders.
Shade. Ashsea. Canunel. Canunel. Molonel.
Holy shit, forgot the house. Fuck you. You already are doing that, man. And you're just disgusting.
Ashsea.
So you do this, you do the snipe on the sheeps. Fuck you. Report it. They like to be toxic too soon. You did exactly what the previous two players did, sniping on my sheeps. I'm reporting you. I'm reporting you, piece of shit. You steal two sheeps.
Canunel. Ashike. Ashsea.
Piece of crap. Smurfing and cheating. I will not make them feel well about that.
Molonel.
Atut. Tabish. Keri.
Loser.
Ashsea.
Atut. Shastimban. Ashak.
You can't play in your main account, loser.
Ashike.
So you smurf.
Ashike.
Ridiculous.
Share. Shastimban. Keri.
I don't care if he just decides to
Shastimban.
rage smurf like to
Keri.
no, then I'll steamroll him as fast as possible, as fast as possible. No, you don't get it. Once you come here to steamroll, I just leave out of the game. I'm not going to put any effort
Ashak.
in your shit, in your hatred. I'm not going to put any effort. And once you realize that, you're the one who's losing, not me. Because I can do anything else.
Ashike. Keri.
And you just play AoE too, and that's it. You don't do any shit.
Ashi. Ashak.
Ashikeri. Ashitka.
Share.
You don't do anything else in life, right? Just shitting on others, playing AoE too. That's your main profession, right?
Shastimban.
Tabish.
You call yourself a professional gamer, and your aim is to screw other people. You go on the ladder to screw other
Share.
people.
Ashak. Atut. Ashak.
Tabish. Ashkeri. Ashsea. Atut. Ashsea. Ashike.
Ashike.
Ashti. Share.
Share. Utska.
Tabish. Share. Keri. Molonel. Molonel.
Ashike. Ashsea. Ashsea.
Atut. Share. Molonel.
The Smurf is raging, but I don't care.
Ashikeri. Ashike.
Tabish. Shastimban.
You must understand that what matters is not the viewpoint of an infrahuman, degenerate being, it's the point of someone who's not degenerate.
Tabish. Keri. Shastimban. Ashikeri.
Share.
Like, I'm playing by the rules, you can see that.
Ashike. Ashak. Ashike. Shastimban. Ashike. Ashak.
Tabish. Keri. Shastimban. Ashsea.
We're closed.
Atut. Shastimban. Ashsea.
Shastimban.
I think he wants to go for the castle drop, the typical thing. And if he does, we just leave at the game as soon as possible when we need to leave. This is a Smurf account. He stole 2 sheep too early on. He came with a scout, stealing 2 sheep like that, no problem. And generally, this is not IC below, nothing IC below 1k. I don't see people like stealing sheep like that.
Tabish. Shastimban. Ashike.
So if I see something that is completely uncommon, I will take that as smurfing.
Tabish. Shastimban. Utska. Ashsea.
Ashike. Ashi.
The guy already like stole 200 wood from me.
Tabish. Ashak.
Share. Sha. Utska. Shastimban.
Share. Ashak.
Tabish. Utska. Shastimban.
Share.
Ashike. Utska.
Ashike. Shastimban. Ashike. Ashsea.
Share. Shastimban.
Share. Ashsea.
Ashike. Kayashe. Tabish. Share. Utska. Shastimban. Shastimban.
Atut. Ashak.
Tabish. Ashti. Ashsea. Atut. Utska. Kanune. Ashike.
Ashike. Kayashe.
Ashike. Ashak.
Tabish. Kokaya. Ashike. Kayashe. Tabish. Share. Kokaya.
Share. Ashak.
keep making those.
Shade. Ashtea.
Shade. Utsha. Shastimban. Shastimban. Shade. Shastimban. Tabish. Shastimban. Ashike. Shastimban. Utska. Shade. Tabish. Shastimban. Ashike. Shastimban.
Ashike. Shastimban. Ashak.
Tabish.
Tabish. Shastimban.
He's using the dock, so probably already ships.
Shastimban. Shastimban.
Right, if he has fishing, he will be ahead.
Ashike.
Should I try to sneak in a dock, or it's just not worth it? I think it's not worth it considering that
Timban.
he's Italian, so he can go faster.
Atut. Ashkeri. Tabish. Shastimban. Ashtea. Atut. Ashtea. Tabish. Utkeri. Ashti. Shade. Kasamash.
Ashike.
Wait, need to get here.
Tabish. Kayashe.
Okay, at least I'm going to get there. And I eventually will kill a Vil. Eventually.
Shade. Shastimban. Ashike. Kayashe. Kokaya. Shade. Shastimban. Kayashe. Shastimban. Kokaya. Tabish. Ashike. Kayashe. Shade. Shastimban. Tabish. Utska. Sha. Shastimban. Shastimban. Sha.
Hmm.
Kokaya.
Already with that.
Shade. Shastimban. Utska.
And you quick wall like a rat. Well, amazing.
Ashak.
Ashike.
Good for you, because you're very intelligent, I suppose.
Shastimban. Ashike.
Or just a smurf account, which you are.
Ashak.
Ashike. Kokaya. Tabish. Shastimban. 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 Utska. Shade. Shastimban. Shastimban.
Never know what he's up to.
Shastimban. Kayashe. Shastimban. Kokaya.
T-seek thing.
Shastimban.
Going as fast as possible with...
Shade.
Now that's a smurf. That's a smurf. Already crossbows, already the +1.
Ashike. Shastimban.
He's going to kill my Vils. How do you know that?
Tabish. Shastimban.
Tabish. Ashak.
Wait, how can I actually go up now? Oh wait, he'll go to infiltrate. Doesn't have ballistics yet, but he will kill me in less than 3 to 1 seconds.
Shastimban.
Atuts.
This is not going to go well.
Tabish.
Ashtea.
Ashike. Tabish.
Shastimban. Ashtea. Utkeri. Ashike.
Ashike. Ashak.
Ashike.
Shastimban.
Atut. Ashimbutka. Mololone.
Atuts. Shade.
Kasamash. Ashti. Ashtea.
I don't have wood. I cannot make skirms. My eagles don't work against those things. I cannot play mines against somebody who's being dishonest, right? Like if I play another civ, I'll have the same kind of tools. Next time I'll play mirror. And he's got ballistics. You're such an amazing clown, man. And I can't do shit about the fact that you're a massive smurf. And you got ballistics already. Smurf clown. Report it. These dudes are killing the game. This piece of shit is a cheater. And you should not be proud of people who are trolling the game. And if you are, there's something fundamentally wrong with you. Look at the score difference, look at what he did. This... Oh, sure, you can do that, right? You're such a good... He's clowning me. This is not a game. This is not a game, man. This is not a game. Like, I cannot play this way. I complain that I cannot play. And you don't give a fuck about my complaints, right? Main account rats. There's an obvious smurf. There's trolling. His account, you know, it's just a smurf dude. You're trolling. Being called out. Well, if he's not responding, we're just going to add on chat this piece of shit. And we're going to look on him. We don't care about what happens in the game. Or TF. They need to know that they're being scum. And if they're being scum, they have to be reported for that. TF. Run. From this. I'm just putting its name on AV2 Insights, and if we see that's this name on AV2 Insights, like in a clone account, it is TF from this. I cannot see the profile here, so I really don't know where he is. TF from S. I cannot see him. Well, he has been reported in the game accordingly. He just needs to mass an army and that's it. And how strange that you managed to know exactly where my wood lines are. I think that's the solution. We have to change the wood lines. He's going to castle drop me. The score difference is just...
Tabish. Ashike. Shastimban. Keri. Shastimban. Ashi.
One piece of shit. Report this piece of shit, this degenerate human being.
Shastimban.
Main account rat. What's his main account? You keep saying that. I cannot see him. I cannot see the account of this piece of shit, of these degenerates. Degenerates.
Ashike. Shastimban. Tabishika. Shone.
Fuck you.
Atuts.
Share. Ashike. Shastimban.
Degenerates.
Ashike. Ashi.
Ashike. Shagogaya.
Atuts. Shastimban. Tabish. Ashi.
Tabish. Kayashe. Share.
Ashike. Ashi. Share.
Ashike.
Justinban, Ashsea.
Let's come back.
Atuts. Ashike. Ashike. Share. Ashi. Shastimban.
Human excrement.
Ashak.
That's what a smurf is. A human
Share.
excrement.
Utska.
Tabish. Kasama. Ashike. Ashi.
I guarantee you guys, some days we'll have a clean internet where smurf accounts are not allowed even to play.
Ashike.
Share.
Shade. Tabish, Kasamash.
Share. Koshone. Keri. Shastimban.
Anyway, he was already reported, so let's leave. And you see, this is a piece of shit. So I report him. Smurf. 12 accounts. Stealing my elo, obviously. Look, this is something you don't see on below 1k elos on legitimate accounts. Smurfs come back, Smurfs come back, Smurfs come back. No way this is a normal player. Cheater, reported. List your LUSD Smurf accounts. Keep being those my excrements. And it is an excrement. An excrement is an excrement. You can't discuss with it. But you know, I think that's the reason why less and less people are playing this game. But the devs don't understand that, right? Or they don't want to understand that part. I forgot that either the devs are so imbecile or they are so corrupt that they cannot understand that Smurf accounts and people who are defending Smurf accounts are trashing this game to the millionth. But you know, they need to understand that. They've somehow failed to understand that. How exactly is that possible? And by the way, this account doesn't even appear on AV2 Insights, which is very suspicious. I mean, I'm going to look at my own account. And we're going to wait. We're going to wait until this game appears. You know that we're patient. Slowly, but we'll take these these two first players are Smurf scumbags, and this third player, which is not appearing here, is also a Smurf scumbag. And you cannot play against cheaters. You cannot play using lines. I'm sorry, you cannot. The cheaters just are going to make it the hardest possible. So I need to use like a strong sieve. I cannot use a normal sieve because I cannot even play with the sieve I like. They just are going to ruin the games. And you know that the games I play are constantly ruined. That doesn't happen with every games, but the games I played are constantly ruined and screwed because you are there. You like to screw my games because you don't like me to win. So you keep paying for these Smurf accounts to screw me. But I'm going to report every single of these Smurf accounts and these Smurf degenerates and these excrements, these degenerate human beings, these low-life forms who don't even deserve to exist. They don't deserve to exist. Well, there you see. I knew this was a Smurf account. Hungary. Well, you're probably one of the friends of Orban, scumbag. And so it's very likely that you continue to Smurf. You have this second award account, Micro Machine, 6 times achieved, account 9 times achieved. How many people achieve this kinds of awards? Let's check on DO2 Insights. Everything is public, you know. 3.2 players achieve this. So already it's not the 100% players. We already have a kind of very elitistic scumbags, a smurf scumbag, a human excrement that needs to keep playing below Israel. Tower Tycoon. Oh, there you have it. There you have it. 0.5% of players have this. Constructed 15 towers a single game. Smurf. Human excrement. Let's add him. But you know, we just keep finding the accounts. They're played by the same kinds of scumbags. I don't have clean words against these cheaters because they're cheating. Like I know when I play rigged. So third scumbag detected. 3 games, 3 scumbags. And if we keep playing because this is not even playing for more, we'll keep detecting more Smurf scumbags. And I know you love me being smurfed. You detest me to win, and you need to constantly see me being smurfed. Except that I'm against that. Except that I am against smurfing. I am against the people who support smurfing and against the people who don't do a shit about it. All these 3 people are a problem. So again, this is a smurf account. We can also analyze in this game, and I will say that he was cheating. I will log in, yes, and I will say this dude is a smurf account. Like, you can say whatever you want, dudes, but he's smurfing, he's cheating. No, it's not this. Smurf account, match fixed game. Great game. Boom. There you have it. And I'm going to say the exact same thing for the previous three players. That's my feedback. The feedback that a player who has been cheated is entitled and rightfully has to do it. We are here for rights. And if we see something that is against righteousness, we report it. The same thing here. We're going to report this scumbag here. We just change the names, it's copy paste. Might take time, but again, we have two, and I said there were three, so let's do for three. You're fucking degenerates. Human excrements. You're human excrements. How can you call yourselves a healthy community if you allow behaviors like this, If you allow people who think it's okay to just steamroll people without the same kind of skills and gameplay than them, who clown the system. No, that's not it. In that case, I'll write it again. And this is so three games, three cheaters detected and three game instances. I don't call them games. It's like don't fuck me, don't fuck me because I know what's a game, and if I see 10 rigged games, I'll report the 10 rigged games. If I see 100 rigged games, I'll report 100 rigged games, and if I see 200 rigged games, I'll report 200 rigged games. You have to understand that I will not tolerate one single situation of you trying to take advantage at the expense of the rules of the game, at the expense of trolling others. You cheat, you get busted. The devs are not doing their work, but at least I am. I am. And I will be reporting each of you that I see smurfing, that I see compromising others, and that I see just disrupting what should be the matchmaking system. Because if you're doing it, you're not innocent. You're not fucking innocent. You're just fucking guilt. You're fucking guilt. A cheater is a cheater. Zero penitence, zero tolerance for them. Next. Yeah, three game instances. Now let's fight the remaining ones. And I can assure you that sometimes it's the very same people who have smurfed that continue to smurf again using other profiles, like from different countries, but they're played by the same entities, the same kind of human excrements. Let's continue to detect smurf accounts. Three game instances, three smurf accounts. A total of n games for n game instances and smurfs. Amazing. Amazing. So that when you play, you don't find smurfs, but each time I play online, each time I face these monsters who queue against me because there's something. There's something here. I also need to ban them here as well when player search. Each of these three smurf accounts. It's a laborious process, you see, but it would take much less for the devs to do their work, but they don't. They keep pretending that Smurf issues are not important, and they're less important than the new skins and reskins of the game, which is ridiculous. Smurf trolls count. That's it. Very transparent. That's how you behave. That's how you do. You when you don't stand what's wrong, you have to fight it. You have to fight it. Do stupid things, earn stupid prizes. Keep smurfing, keep being reported. You look ridiculous. Keyboard warriors, scumbags, human excrements. You're fucking human excrements. You need to screw people's games, and particularly my games, not everybody's games. You want to screw my games. But I know exactly what you're up to, and you look like filth. Like, I obviously talk from my perspective, but you are filth. You are filth. You tried to come here to enrage me. It won't work. I keep doing these objective reports. And my purpose is to demonstrate that while these kinds of behaviors continue unaddressed and this toxicity is allowed to stem normal, the game will crash. This and any other internet online game will crash. So keep ignoring the Smurf warning issues and keep ignoring the fact that there are players abusing the ranking system and it's not going to go well. It's not going to go well for your business. It's bad for your business not listening to your customers. Don't you hear that? That if you start to um, mistreat your customers, if you start to sideline your customers, marginalize your customers, it's going to backfire on you. The customer is always right, fuck. And since we're playing against Smurfs, we're going to use mirror sieves. The reason is we're not going to have any chance. You know, one of these 2K clowns or 3K clowns just decides to come on our games and it's going to be match fixed. So if it's going to be match fixed, let's just play mirror. And when I say play, I don't mean play. I mean, from a certain point, we see that it becomes unplayable like 5 minutes after we leave, but first we report and we put the evidence. Possible fourth Smurf here. And the reason I say fourth is because if the previous three have been Smurfs, then the fourth one is more likely to be Smurf. That's absolutely fair. It is what it is.
Aku pemangun gedung. Ia,
Oh, I forgot. If it's Smurf playing against Smurf, you're supposed to win, right?
apa syasananya
But if it's non-Smurf against Smurf,
Siap, swasti. Aku mengumpulkan. Ia, aku mengumpulkan. Apa syasananya baginda?
Siap, aku mengumpulkan.
and forget about the build orders. If you're playing against a massive Smurf, nothing will work. What will work is you come here and you report the Smurf and you publicize him, humiliate him for being a Smurf. You humiliate him because he's match fixing the system, he's not giving you a fair chance, he's being a scumbag.
Siap, aku mengumpulkan.
And I really have no respect for the people who just, when they're playing with their friends, they play like chill and very quiet. But when they
Siap,
play against
aku
me, they
panumbang
just
kayu.
max smurf the shit out.
Iya, apa siasananya
Like
baginda?
you're just
Aku
degenerates.
membangun gedung.
Apa sasananya Baginda?
This name,
Siap, aku
Possible
panumbang.
Smurf.
Apa siasananya baginda?
It sounds a very simple name, like 1, 2, 3, or hello, I'm Cloud.
Swasti, panumbang
Copy that.
Iya,
See, once you start seeing an epidemic of Smurf accounts in this game, you're led to believe that if you don't know the person, like if, for example, like me, I'm obviously here, I only use this account.
panumbang kayu.
If you don't fully know the person to be anti-Smurf, then you're led to believe that it has a Smurf account.
Iya, aku mengumpulkan.
You know, there comes a time where you start to mistrust.
Aku
You start to mistrust
mengumpulkan
people around you
Siasananya
because
baginda.
they're starting to be sketchy. They're starting to have like too many flaws.
Apa siasananya baginda?
They're not.
Gedung.
They don't make any sense. They don't say the things they should. Or what they say doesn't align with what they do. And that's the time when I say maybe it's time for you to reevaluate the kinds of friendships you have with those kinds of people.
Swasti. Aku pengerti. Aku pembangun gedung.
Because probably it's funny to smurf on others, right? But if you're smurfed, I don't think it's very funny. But that part you probably don't account, because it's all about the
Iya,
narcissism,
aku
right?
mengumpulkan. Swasti. Tuha buru.
Aku tuha buru.
Apa siasananya baginda? Siap.
Aku tuha
You know,
buru.
talking about
Apa
inclusiveness
sasananya
is very
Baginda?
interesting if you're cheating constantly
Apa
this game.
siasananya baginda? Aku tuha siap. Aku mengerti. Aku pembangun gedung. Apa siasananya baginda? Aku akan merawatnya. Aku mengumpulkan. Swasti. Aku penggali aku pengerti. Aku pandian. Aku akan merawat. Iya. Aku akan mengumpulkan. Swasti. Aku merawat. Aku pembangun gedung. Siap. Aku merawat. Aku akan merawatnya.
There's like a huge hunting ground over there, and I could definitely take that.
Iya. Aku mengumpulkan. Aku pembangun gedung.
Iya.
Aku mengumpulkan. Apa siasananya baginda? Iya. Aku penggali tanah. Aku panumbang kayu.
Apa sasananya Baginda?
Aku merawat panumbang. Apa
Siap,
siasananya
aku
baginda?
menambang kayu. Iya. Aku akan merawatkan.
Siap. Iya. Apa siasananya baginda? Siap. Swasti. Iya. Siap. Swasti. Aku mengumpulkan. Apa
Aku
siasananya
akan
baginda?
mengumpulkan. Aku penambang kayu.
Swasti. Siap. Aku mengumpulkan. Aku akan merawat.
Swasti.
Aku panumbang kayu.
Siap. Aku
Apa
mengumpulkan.
siasananya pembangun gedung?
Iya.
Iya. Aku akan
Apa
merawat.
sasananya
Aku
Baginda?
merawat tuha buru.
Siap.
Siap. Swasti. Aku pembangun gedung. Apa siasananya baginda? Swasti. Aku merawat. Siap. Aku pembangun gedung. Apa siasananya
Aku
baginda?
mengumpulkan. Aku tuha buru. Aku tuha buru.
Suasana aku panumbang. Aku membangun gedung.
Apa sasanya mengumpulkan
Aku mengumpulkan. Aku pengarah. Aku tuha buru.
apa sasanya Baginda?
Siap. Aku marwah. Apa sasananya? Aku panumbang
Aku
kayu.
pengerti. Iya.
Iya.
Aku akan merawatnya.
Suasana. Apa sasananya? Siap. Aku pengerti. Aku pembangun gedung.
Iya.
Aku tuha buru. Iya. Aku marwah. Aku pembangun gedung.
Aku penangkap kayu.
Apa sasananya? Baginda?
Where is he? He's not here.
Apa sasananya? Baginda? Siap. Aku pengerti. Panumbang
Aku
kayu.
merawat.
Oh, he's here. And he's here.
Iya. Aku pembangun sasananya? Baginda? Ya,
Right, let's use scouts.
Swasti. Aku pembangun
Apa
gedung.
sasanya Baginda?
Aku pembangun
Aku
gedung.
pengerti.
Siap. Aku pembangun
Apa
gedung.
sasanya Baginda? Aku pengerti. Aku akan merawat kayu.
Let's use 3 scouts.
Iya. Aku pembangun gedung.
Take this. He's using that.
Aku pembangun
In that
gedung.
case, let's go for gold.
Aku pembangun gedung. Apa sasananya? Baginda? Aku tuha buru. Aku mengumpulkan. Aku mengumpulkan. Aku tuha buru. Apa sasananya? Baginda? Aku pengen marwatnya. Aku pembangun gedung. Iya.
I think it's time to make a blacksmith.
Aku pembangun
So let's do
gedung.
that.
Siap. Iya. Aku pembangun gedung.
Ready to not bloom your bills.
Aku makan marwatnya. Aku tuha buru. Apa sasananya? Aku panumbang kayu. Aku panumbang kayu.
Now we're going to have armor soon.
Aku memanen. Aku pembangun gedung. Iya. Aku pembangun gedung.
Let's attack.
Iya. Aku marwat.
Aku penumpang kayu.
Siap. Aku pengerti. Aku pembangun gedung. Apa sasananya? Aku akan marwat. Aku pembangun. Aku pembangun gedung.
Let's attack his wood line. You're going to lose, Vils. I'm not sure you like that. And let's go up.
Sia, aku pemangun gedung. Iya,
Iya.
aku panumbang kayu. Swasti. Apa syasananya? Aku akan panumbang kayu.
Apa suasananya, Baginda? Iya.
Apa syasananya, Baginda? Akan berangkat senjata maju, Baginda. Apa syasananya?
Thank you, I got that. Greedy. He was greedy. He left. You were a greedy bastard. Not walling, not anything, not even blooming. I don't know what was his plan. But he was greedy. You sound like a Smurf account. And the reason is you only have 5 games played. I will check on you. Hey, Yopi. That sounds like a Smurf account. Yeah, it probably is. Probably is. So I'll ban it. I don't think it's a reportable issue for now, but I will ban him because I suspect he's being a Smurf account. Why? Because you just have 5 games. 5 games in a row. You know how to go fast stage with Malay. It sounds sketchy. Sounds sketchy. Let's go with another. So far, the first 3 games were with Smurfs. This one, I have like doubts. Could be, could not be, but I suspect that, it's a new account, and when I see a new account, potential Smurf. So I kind of ban him just because of that. I said GG to the dude, but it felt like strange. Mirror sieves. Let's use mirrors. Oh, Franks against Franks. How cute. So long for the Mayans, right? Then you say, hey, but the title says Mayans. Yeah, but the title says I also should not be playing with Smurfs. There you have it. But I guarantee you I would be having more fun if I would be playing with a Civ I'd like and against non-smurf accounts. With these two prerequisites, yes. But since that is not possible, I play with mirror sips.
Maro. Ohé. Maro.
Yeah. Two of them found. I need to know where the elephant is. Usually there is an elephant close by. It's not here. Oh, it's Sangas.
Kay, Maro, Chasseur, Perte, Maro,
Very done. Let's do a house. Then we look. Let's explore the map.
Ohé, Maro, Maro, Chasseur,
It's in that corner.
Pré, Maro, Ohé, Kay, Pré, Chasseur, Kéfé, Chasseur,
You know, not AoE2 related, but you know who are the most kind of annoying people? Besides, obviously cheaters, the
Ohé,
extremely popular people. And I tell you why.
Kéfé, Maro,
They can be extremely obnoxious because
Pastissor,
if you're too popular, if you're too friendly with everybody, man, you're so full of shit. And that's why I keep saying you cannot be friends with everybody. If you're friends with everybody, no, I will like mistrust you a lot. And I mean gamer wise, you cannot just put a happy face to everybody, because if you put a happy face, I'll say it's a clown face. And if you're a clown, I'll start to suspect like the worst.
Kéfé,
Now you might say, but you need to be a clown, to customers and people. No, you don't. It's never a good way to
Ohé, Libé,
just clown your way, I think. Popularity doesn't buy you long-term respect. On the contrary,
Kay, Chasseur, Bûcheron, Bûcheron,
if it's for the wrong kind of reasons,
Ohé, fait?
There is also a word for that, and that is being demagogue,
Prêt,
you know, the
bûcheron,
people who are
bûcheron,
just
bûcheron, Pérax,
too friendly too easily. 300 scores, point difference.
Kate,
I'm already thinking you're a smurf. I already think you're a smurf account. And when I see 200 score point difference, I already start to have a bad opinion about you. He's going to see I'm here.
chasseur,
He's coming for the wade where I am.
prêt, Pérax, certes, oil, bûcheron,
Now probably coming with the Frank Scouts. If that's the case, well,
liberte,
nothing to do about that.
pastissor, prêt, Oé,
You might say you're too open. Yeah, why? How can I close this shit? How can I close this shit before? You know what? You probably say it's not going to be possible. Of course it's not.
prêt, libet, pastissor, Kate,
And that's why I keep saying a lot of these games are match fixed. Didn't even have time to make lyrics.
qu'est fait? Kate,
There's a problem with the Bills.
prêt, maro, chasseur, chasseur, oil, Oé, qu'est fait? Kate, prêt, Oé, chasseur,
No, not this. Forgot.
oil, libet, prêt, Oé,
Oh, that's a clown. That's a clown.
qu'est fait? Prêt, oil, bûcheron, Oé, libet, qu'est fait? Pastissor, Oé, Kate, prêt, Kate, prêt, certes, qu'est fait? Oé, bûcheron, pastissor, oil, qu'est fait? Oé, Kate, libet, qu'est fait? Oé, oil, Kate,
Sacrifice the bill to put my troops here.
Oé, qu'est fait? Pastissor, oil, pastissor, Kate, libet, pastissor, pastissor,
I believe opponent is a smurf. Which means match fixed.
Oé, oil, bûcheron,
Very early aggression
pastissor,
and very fast feudal age from his part.
libet, pastissor,
Score difference starts to add up.
Oé,
That's what you typically see in a smurf account difference. Like there's huge mathematical difference,
libet, oil,
and when math doesn't add up, it's because it's a smurf account.
pastissor, prêt, Oé, bûcheron, pastissor,
And forced to do another mill, losing 100 wood. Opponent is not forced to lose anything. I'm trying to roll this before he storms in. Not making upgrades. Trying to go up. But how can you go up after this kind of village kill he did? tried to sneak in. Huge score difference. And yo, I don't feel comfortable about that. Am I supposed to feel comfortable when placing a smurf? No. Let's do the smurf. Smurf with control. Report it. Report it. Who cares about my APMs if I'm being smurfed? It's like, it's about steamrolling me as fast as possible, as fast as possible. Just look at this shit, man. I know it's a smurf, and you should also. It's a degenerate. I don't care what are your friends, you piece of shit. You're a disgusting human being. And you're smurfing on me just to humiliate me. And I know exactly what. Guess what? One day I might find you. One day I might find you, and you might not be having this kind of luck. So now let's leave. I will find you, scum. I'll find you, scum. You might smile today, but one day, you might be the very last thing you see. You might see that. Another Smurf scumbag, or scumbag detected. Let's look at him in nearly 2 insights. This is an obvious Smurf account profile, yes. 2000 games here, just a clown. And it's just steamrolling. Steamrolling as fast as possible. Typical Smurf scumbag, finishing as fast as possible. All the things go right. This is a human excrement. Let's look at AoE2 insights. 4 Smurfs by this piece of shit. French Smurf account. And I'm pointing you this. It's on chat. You can look at this piece of shit. This is the scumbag account, the human excrement, whoever he is, or it is because it's not even a human being. Just look at this clown profile picture. And when I look at something like this, it's a clown. It's a clown. The one pony trick, Ethiopians, Franks, excuse me, most of the time. And you know what happens when you're match fixing my games? I come here and I'm going to say match fixer. I'm just waiting for my profile to be updated with this clown game instance. It's not a game instance, it's a clown game instance. And if it's a clown game instance, I'm going to report. So until then, we wait patiently and we will report it here. As usual, my smurf detection or cheating videos are uploaded in YouTube because cheaters are cheaters and they must be exposed. And I guess they should also be banned from the game and any online game as well. Now, you probably don't give a shit about Smurfs in this game. Well, I probably also don't give a shit about you. Have you thought about that part? You know, the same kind of energy you give, I reciprocate it multiplied by 10 times. So don't complain if you don't get it. There's always a way for karma to hit you back. So I'm just waiting to see the game instance. Okay, it's here. It's definitely here. So I'm going to instantly say this is a Smurf account and to ban this piece of shit. So it's a French pro player. Control account. Boom. That's it. You get that? It's the fourth scumbag, the fourth human escapement that gets this. They see this as a badge of honor. It's not. Warning, it's not. It's not a badge of honor to be called a smurf. If you are smurfing, it's a degenerate form of cheating. It means that you're being a scumbag, and you know it. It's like you're buying the game, you're determining who is the winner and who is the loser before the game starts, which I think is the worst forms of being a loser. It's when you call a loser in life, I would call a loser somebody who match fixes games. And you can also see the APMs, typical of a Smurf. 70 APMs. I don't even manage to have 70 APMs, but this clown somehow manages to get 70.861 APMs. Fucking clown. Fucking piece of shit. But you see, right? The math is here. 70.861 EAPMs. Compared to me, my actions here 50, 60. Don't you see that these kinds of things rig you that this is a match fixer? Now, I'm sure that if we would look at the top account players, we would spot players with this kind of performance, and that's how you identify who is the owner of the Smurf account. Logic is the only thing that makes sense. When something doesn't make any sense, still try to apply logic, and logic shows that this guy was a massive Smurf. Next. We already have 4 Smurfs detected and the numbers prove it. Talking about numbers, you can see here APMs, peak APMs 70, 70 APMs. Like crazy. Considering the feudal times as well in this map, he was very fast. He was hyper rushing. 9 minutes. In this kind of map, still, that was a Smurf account and he was duly reported. That's what matters. We don't care if the Smurf was a bigger Smurf. We don't care if Smurf was less one yellow or plus 1 yellow compared to others. That's completely irrelevant. What's relevant is that he was cheating and he was reported because of that. And there's going to be a video because of this cheater. We have 4 cheaters detected. We'll probably get a 5th. So let's get the 5th candidate. Potential 5th cheater, because when you have 4 games where you see 4 Smurfs, the 5th is going to also be a Smurf. You could play with any Civ at all, because Civ doesn't matter. If you're going to be Smurfed, you only need to just identify the perpetrator, you know? 4 Smurf accounts, man. Wait, we missed something. Banning the Smurf account in the system. So we're going to do that. We're very systematic here. Let's get here. He's going to lose his $5. I guess your pay-to-win system is not working today. And we're going to ban each of these accounts. We already reported the account in the game, so no need for that. Now, yes, we can queue. He'll still come with probably another Smurf account, like they usually do that. But he will still be reported anyways. I don't care who it is. I will report any Smurf account I see. Because if you're smurfing, it means that you just don't respect your opponent. Like, I'm not going to play against 6-year-old kids and force them math they never seen in their lives and laugh in their faces and make them feel bad. That's just a form of being a complete pathetic loser. I'm not going to do that. The same way, in AoE2, I'm not going to matchmake myself against people who cannot have the skills or the means to fight me. And I mean, of course, there are people who know much less than me. There's something called ethics. And unfortunately, it's not very present these days. Well, at least I'm a voice in the desert, so I keep preaching. And I've been seeing some people who understand this problem of smurfing. Ultimately, it's about trust. And once you stop trusting on once you believe that most games are like match fixed, you see the games differently. You see the games differently. See it a bit like in I don't know if it's applicable, but for example, a relationship where you constantly are being cheated, you know you're being cheated, and you kind of like downplay it at a certain point. Like, okay, all right. Like you already don't care, you don't give a shit. And it's kind of like the same approach. You see it with distance. Kind of an analogy. I guess irrespective of Civ, it doesn't matter. Civ doesn't matter because you're going to be smurfed. Now, actually, there's a question. Considering there's a multitude and a giant multitude of Smurf accounts in this game, how exactly are these people living just by playing Smurf accounts? Because look, you have to pay for Smurf accounts, right? You have to pay something. So what's the point of you playing on Smurf accounts and paying on Smurf accounts if you don't get anything out of those? It's kind of strange. Like, economic wise, it doesn't make any sense unless you're selling these accounts. But the question is if you don't have any buyers. Exactly. Any Civ, because Civ doesn't in this kind of game.
Inci Nayabela. Jika no akolam. Iyo. Na bene. Chica.
The only thing that I noticed were like the EAPMs. That's the difference. Once I started to see them, okay, these are like further numbers that prove if you're fighting against a Smurf account or not. But that's the only difference that you probably witnessed between the two past weeks.
Na bene.
And I also say it without any sort of, you know, I don't need to sugarcoat it. If I would play it in unranked, I would get a similar kind of matchmaking.
Na bene. Chica.
Most of the time, the game would be like as if I would be playing in unranked.
Na bene.
It's exactly the same. So playing in ranked or not, it's kind of like indifferent.
Aiwa. Inci. Na bene. Io. Chica. No ancora. Io.
That's his base. He's very close to me.
Inci. Na bene.
But I personally am disappointed that when you're playing this game, you're playing with people whose main objective, or one of the main objectives, is to like force you to rage quit as soon as possible. I find that to be extremely degenerate.
Io.
Like,
Chica.
whatever you call on this, but it's not what it should be. It's not what gaming should be about. It should not be about, let's force my opponent to rage quit as fast as possible. If it's in 2 minutes, I'll put it in 1 minute 30. That's just not it. You know, it's being toxic.
Na bene.
And I keep saying these are not good qualities. Because I keep saying
Inci.
the way players behave also reflects a bit how they act in real life.
Io.
And you know, the kind of toxic attitudes you allow yourself in game to produce are also a reflection of the kind of toxic attitudes you yourself throw in your lives. Of course, offline, not in when you're not streaming, right? When people are not streaming. But when you're not streaming, the same kind of toxic behavior that some guys use in gaming reflects in real life activities. And that's what I want to point out. Ultimately, it's character that shows up, it's not Dilo or anything else. And you know, kind of like the players lose a bit enthusiasm once they know that they're facing Smurfs most of the time. They're not going to play as try hard because they always know that somebody else is going to come and screw the game.
Chika, dun ziala. Na ben, ngapabu, na akola, ngapabu.
I haven't touched the berries.
Bayabala. Iyo, na jan, aywa. Iyo, iyo, aywa, dun ziala. Chika, iyo, inche.
There's actually my scout. Let's see.
Na ben, inche. Ngap, aywa, akola.
It doesn't matter if opponent is playing normal. I mean, the effects of having been smurfed in the 4 previous games are felt. And I keep saying, people lose enthusiasm after being smurfed. You're not going to see my best in this game if you feel like subtracting or canceling or game canceling. Because that's exactly what smurfing feels like. It's just a way to cancel you.
Chika, inche.
That's
Na akola. Madara. Na ben,
forced here with idle hills.
bayabala. Chika, inche. Iyo, madara. Na ben, inche. Chika, na ben, nungo de tel. Aywa, bayabala.
Here. Good.
Na ben, iyo, madara. Chika, inte iyo, ngap, nungo de tel. Iyo, aywa, madara. Iyo,
Good.
bayabala.
We got at least that defense. Remember that every time we're playing against Smurfs, we're deemed to be losers before the game starts. Because the game is match fixed. What?
Na ben, bayabala. Chika, bayabala.
Dude, he already has a forward archery range. Smurf. Smurf. He reported for smurfing. Smurf account 12. Tower rush. Forwards barracks. No, forward archery range. Forward tower. Committing vills. Skirms. And already this? Your Smurf account. Busted. So we have a 5th Smurf account. Scumbag detectives. I mean, it's not easy. You play stupid things, I will notice it. If you try to do your clownery, I will notice it. Any word Smurf? What's your main account? At this time, it's 100% Smurf. 5 games, 5 game instances, clown game instances, 5 Smurf cheaters. You can't play a game that is filled with cheaters, right? The only way to win is to not play. But the devs don't understand that. They keep thinking that people will not understand that they will be facing cheaters most of the time. It's on them. It's on them. What a Smurf clown. I'm completely outsmurfed, right? I know what he's going to do. It's brutal, this game. I suppose he's going for a fast clown thing. I'm going to attack him with Vils. That's it. Since he's a Smurf account, I have nothing to lose. You know, he's already cheating on the fact that he's not playing on his legitimate elo on the ranking system. So, since the game is already rigged, I'm just going to play with what I have. I bet he didn't like that, right? It's all about smurfing and screwing your opponents, not about having a fair game. Yeah, sure. Be my guest. I'm going to take that stone, you piece of shit. Not going to take this gold as well. Smurfs. You don't need a scorpion. They have a scorpion, obviously. Made siege. Ooh, that. Ooh, that's a big loss for you, buddy. That is a big loss for you. Two siege workshops. My god. Yeah, sorry, but I cannot micromanage everything in this hellhole. Okay. Okay, you got that. we're going to use archers. Back. Mm-hmm. You got those. You're very smart, but I'll figure out. You're way out. Damn it! You fucking micro. It's disgusting, man. Back. This is a dangerous kind of army. Back. It's just coming around. It's two stupid bikes, man. Do we have a market? No, we don't. Ah, an end castle, probably. New castle. Now we need a blacksmith. He's doing those. Okay, spamming unique units. In that case, going to make cavaliers. Okay, we got this. I'm going to use my vetoes. Ah, you're still clowns. You're dead. Clown. He's losing it, man. Dead. He's dead. Smurf is dead. You know, defeated. Smurf defeated. Have it. Have it. Closer. Yes. This guy was a smurf. And he clowned me a lot of times. A lot of times. Still, he did not want to accept it. But once I cancelled 2 castles of him, well, it was bad for him. Clear? Dude is a Smurf account, and he still was defeated. And as usual, this guy here is a Smurf. Mesonic platypus. So, just heading the info for this dude. Canada. This guy here is from Canada. There we have it's a Smurf account. Though I defeated him. I defeated this dude. But let's just quickly replay what happened. I've added in chat like the link for this Smurf account, which corresponds to this guy here. It's this guy here. Dormant account most of the times, but when he comes to steamroll. There you have it. Still he lost. Haha. Next time, don't smurf. Serves you well. Let's do boots from the beginning because we're not watching from the viewpoint of the smurf. 2 houses as quickly as possible, as fast as possible, because make those houses like in 2 seconds, because 3 seconds is already too much, and then 1.5 seconds. Come on. Tell me this guy is not a troll. Without telling me it's a troll. A real troll account. And we're going to finish with this guy here. So 5 games, 5 smurfs. I managed to defeat actually this smurf. All the remaining smurfs were completely impossible. Especially, I guess most of them, like the second, the third, and the fourth, they were all like the worst kind of people. The worst. But this dude, against the odds, I beat him. And he was a smurf. Let's watch him. Then there'll be an upload of this particular session on YouTube, as usual, because it's a smurf session. I keep saying 1 smurf in the game is too much, and imagine 5. Like, it was very aggressive in the beginning. I think I countered him well. You'll see. Like, obviously, it's not always the same Smurf queuing, but a series of Smurfers are queuing on the ladder constantly. He doesn't go for the boards, that's an approach I'm seeing. Not even for the berries. Just huntables, and not even touching the sheep. Well, one sheep, right? Let me check.
Igen, parancs. Jó napot.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. He's not even touching the sheep. He's just going for the huntables. What kind of weird dude is this? See, he could perfectly well go for the sheep, right? That's the normal approach. Nothing. Just the huntables. And he could also go for the boars, but no, he just wants the fastest things possible. And at this time I was rambling about the previous games, obviously. As I should do. But here... Okay, now he goes for the boars. Probably is going to make the mill. I also was surprised with the forward buildings this opponent made. Because to make like one military building forward, well, that's already committing a lot, but to make two and a tower, like it was big play here. Second board. And he never goes for the sheep. Right, now he goes for the berries. That's kind of a bit of a contradiction. If you want to get the faster food, you probably would go for the sheep, right? I just don't understand these dudes sometimes. Now the barracks. Yes. Oh, actually, he made two barracks because there was a forward barracks. I was a bit like, why would he do like barracks and archery range? You'll see. But then you'll probably notice that the Magyars have the +1. Like they get the +1 attack, so it makes like potentially suitable for either infantry attacks or scout attacks. Any sort of melee weapons seem to be working. Will he go for the sheep now? Or not? Oh, finally goes for the sheep. Amazing. We thought that this dude would never go for the sheep, but actually he goes for the sheep. He just goes for the sheep as he transitions to feudal age. Second, no, not second mining camp. Until now, I thought that the game would be like normal. Now it felt like I was late, of course, if you want to look at what I was doing. Like I was not even going for the berries because of my rambling. And now comes the drush, right? The militia rush. Sending them forward. Oh, he's housed. Well, actually, not everything is perfect from this dude. Almost. Gets housed. And which is good because I got house like a very long time, so it kind of like evened the odds. Now he goes for a man-at-arms rush. 3 dudes like this are not that dangerous as long as you got villagers on the right spots, you'll see. You know how I work with the smurfs, right? If the game is unplayable, I just ult F4 it, but if I still might have a chance, I will fight against them as much as I can, if I can. The regular players are not even at question here. The regular players, like, screw them in the way. Not screw them, but they're not the point of interest here. You know, we're not concerned about the honest players. We're concerned about these monsters. Well, this one was a smaller compared to other bigger monsters we've seen. We're committing a lot of villagers, obviously, so by a certain time I just decided to get 1 or 2. Well, I also added this gate because, you know, I needed wood at the time. Because I was making archery range. And at this time, I never knew what he was making. He was making a forward barracks in archery range. Preparing here the wolves. I had like no clue of what was coming from him, but good thing I stopped him at a certain point. He had 2 archers back. I thought, well, now at least he goes back, but he could be making either archers or skirmishers. But I thought that the archers or skirmishers he would be doing would be like on the base, on his base, and they would be coming from his base. You can see my viewpoint here, right? I'm looking at my base, I have no clue. See 3 minutes. Oh, and I see the archer range. I instantly realized that this is going to get shit, and okay, skirmishers. This is bad, and now the tower. Crazy. Like, I'm not seeing the tower yet. And now I saw. Like, I don't know why, because of the skirmisher attack. Yeah, nothing. It's the typical thing. Deny and deny. They always deny the fact that they're smurfs. He didn't even respond, in fact, which is a confirmation he was smurfing. Let's see what he did. I did a tower, like, I think it's the defensive response I should do when I see a tower. And there's army aware, like, if I would go to attack his tower, it would be dangerous. Then I use my archers here. I'm not sure what was his point here with this kind of attack. Like that. And here I kind of seized an opportunity, you'll see. Realizing that he was taking that stone, I went with that scout. Now at least I killed a vill. And here, I also attack his tower. And now, that will hurt him. He lost a vill. I never lost a vill at this point, which is good. I was going to lose this tower. Greedy approach. And also the skirms. The vills are kind of good against the skirms. And I also eventually tried to kill another vill. Not sure if I kill a vill. The vills are kind of good against the skirm, so I'll use them. I also cancel like his buildings. Like he's not going to take any value from them. Though I realize that this approach is costly because a lot of vills are not being used in production. The plan is now we keep watching this particular game and commenting as it goes. Because this was not a game I was supposed to win. And I think it's extraordinary, excuse me, when you fight like against these monsters. Now he lost also his second building. This was a good engagement from my part, but let's see, echo-wise, my echo was worse. It's terrible. Look at his gold. He got himself to market, probably buying his way up, using all his gold. Or not. Mining for the stone. So his first approach did not went well, but I think he's confident. All he has to do is like continue to build. Oh wait, what is this? I'm coming with bills? Now he's concerned. He doesn't have a lot of stone. What's his plan? To build a tower? Yes. He's forced to build a tower. Question is, will he be able to build it? Maybe he will, but the tower might be lost. And archers kill vills. They also will kill this man-at-arms. There you go, and he will lose the tower. Boom. Was it a good choice? Nope. Yes, he's on his way to Castle Age, but he's not able to mine any stone at all. And look at what? Now he's tasting his own medicine. The Smurf is tasting his own medicine. I'm making a tower exactly near his stone line. The very same thing this guy tried to do here. He tried to steal my stone. Now karma bites him back. See, karma has definitely a way to hit you. He's forced to cancel this building here. I don't know if it was an archery range or barracks, whatever. That's so bad for him. Now just lose. He just loses vills. And he lost the farm. I also cancel his gold mining. But here this dude is smart. He's sending his vills to the tower, forcing my archers to go back. And my archers obviously are on the other side. So what I do block the path with my vills and send my archers. You know, the point was my vills would stalk his vills coming until my archers would come. And here I kill vills. Even if I lose the tower, the most important thing was kill his vills. Oh, that was sick. Yes, I lost the scout, but who cares? How many vills is he losing at this point? Or at least he's unable to use. Now he goes straight for the siege workshop. Unable to farm and unable to take stone at this time, so long for his super fast castle, right? And I mean not just castle age, castle building. And now I build like another building here. I know that I probably would not take that much value, but at least I would stalk him. It was inside his base. What a turn in the game, right? 2 double siege workshops. That bill is going to the damn hell. Boom. As the Smurf deserves. I think here I noticed that there was a scorpion and I decided to come back. That's usually what you should do, because the counters to scorps, unless not mangonels, be scouts or knights. Knights work too. Now I'm committing a lot inside a space. I realize that being feudal at this kind of stage is risky. But I did sell my resources in the market and was already on the way to Castle Age at this time. Making scouts to like hold the fronts. And boom, there goes another vill, and you lose as a scorpion. Boom. And now you're going to lose another scorpion. And guess what? That mangonel is also going down. I think he wanted to repair the mangonel, but he lost it. Good strike for me. That's good value. I'll take that fight anytime. And here, I don't know what was his plan, but once the scouts roamed around, ooh, he had to change plans. Though I could not use my scouts as I want. I think he probably was just trying to lure my scout units into his base, you know, near the town center. And here there's a problem, like, one knight against this is going to repair the mangonel. I'm going to lose these two. And by this time I realize I need a much better echo to strike this kind of thing. Still, look at his echo and look at mine. Like, I have tons of wood. I have some food problems as well. But at least I'm able to farm more effectively than my opponent. I'm going to lose all these things here eventually. Two knights. I thought that's not enough. Let's add like 2 more. Oh, killing his own troops. That was cool. I just made a stable so that his own troops would be killed in front of it, right? How Machiavellic is that? It's not Machiavellic, he's the one being smurfing. He's the one smurfing, not me. And of course I snipe his siege with 4 knights. He tries to repair, right? Nah. We don't repair anything. And he keeps losing gold and wood. Those mangonels too, damn hell. Sure, I'll lose all this. But it's kind of fine. Now that was messy for him. He probably was not expecting this. From the dude who was coming with 3 militia, 3 men-at-arms, and a skirm, and a tower, a fort barracks, and a fort archery range, things turned suddenly very bad and very naughty. The town center in the corner? Okay. That's cute. He wanted to take free stone. And I think that's because, you know, since the stone was not safe, and he probably thought that I would attack it, he would just go somewhere else. Yeah, here I just like had a potato army. I thought this time I would steamroll the guy, but unfortunately it was a bit more complicated. I still killed a few more vills. And of course the mangonel has priority, but here is lucky with the shot. Like, I'm unfortunately not able to take away my archers, because had I actually been able to take those archers, then things would have been better. And here there's micro problem. Let's not forget that these spikes are +2. They get the forging and they also get the iron casting upgrades once they reach castle age, which is very convenient. So just for just a little micro, very small nerdery tricks, I was about to lose here this kind of foothold I had. And it was just so angry. Like, I had to manage at home. The pikes were actually good against the archer. That's crazy. I felt like, how is this possible? Like, I really need to improve my echo at this point. Good thing at least I was starting to pull off some resources. But you know, I definitely could have done a bit better here with a bit more micro. Too bad that I did lose those archers early on. Now I was more careful. This knight again on the wrong place. And this Vil, I don't know why he was there. I think he was just because of pathing issues. And I took the time to just go against the Meganon. I lost the knight, sure, but I also sold him. I kept making knights. Now this is another rock villager. I really don't know about the building or the villager placement. There are some strange issues in this game sometimes. Accelerate. I'm pulling my knights back, and he's losing his siege. But still, that ram is alive. This. Finally, he has a stone to build a castle. Amazing. And I'm housed. He still loses the ram. And let me just see if he did the Corvian cavalry upgrade or not. By this time I realized he also had a castle, because he was attacking that home. And once I saw the castle, I said, well, let's go in for ourselves. We'll get our own castle, and we'll find a way to finish this dude. No, he did not do the Corvian cavalry upgrade, just 6 of them. They're good units, but against the knight composition and pikes, no. Deciding to wall back, which is fine because we did not wall in that kind of area. We were like placing outposts to see if he would come. And here he goes to attack with the Magyar things. Nah, no way. He's just going to lose his units. Imperial Age. That's like I was reading his death sentence. Now he thought that he would do that second castle. I did see that second castle, by the way, with my outpost. He's losing all his army. So bad for him. And there goes Mike Betters. I don't care if I don't have, like, if I would have melee units, even if he walled, I would not be able to reach him. But look at the grids. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Probably just 5. Still, what's his plan? He knows that I deny him his castle over there, is not able to build that castle, he needs a second castle. How is he going to get that castle? He's not, because he's fucked. Exactly. He's done. He's done. Now he just tries to build his little TC, his douche TC there. And still he did not give up. Boom, trap. And now an emergency castle over there. And oh, my battles are coming. And he tries to wall, but no. No, the battles are there too. 3, 4, 5, Oh no, that's not what we want. We want to see the Beto skilling. 1, 2, 3, 4, at least 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. What a massacre, the poor Smurf. He still is committing everything to the castle. Everything. He's selling everything. Everything must build a castle. But what castle? What castle, dude? Fuck. Oh, that was so screwed for him. Boom. And still, he did not admit defeat here. Eventually he will. 2 stables. The guy decides to go Imperial Age into 2 stables. Wow. And 2 archery ranges in complete denial. It's ridiculous. Like, what was he's up to?
Jó napot!
2 failed castles from this dude, and the Betos are Betos. I'm sure that they are very strong units. Anyway, this was the series of games for today. Some very big Smurfs, of course, impossible games, but this one, we managed to beat him at his own game. So I probably will be returning with more sessions. I hope you enjoyed these kinds of games. We just try to do what we can, and when it's not possible, we just do what we have to do. I'll see you in the next time, and have a good time.